Imagine waking up to find someone has been watching your family for weeks, accessing every secret, every vulnerability, every personal detail, all to steal the things you hold most sacred. Purple hearts, bronze stars, memories of veterans, and the person you trust most is forced to choose between protecting their badge and protecting you. What would you do if the very system meant to protect you became the weapon used against you? This is the story of how a seemingly ordinary HOA president became the mastermind of an international criminal network, and how my family survived decades of secrets we didn't even know existed. Rachel, my wife and decorated officer, had just reached her service weapon before fully waking when she realized something terrifying. Someone had been systematically accessing the Veteran Services database for weeks. Hundreds of queries, Purple Hearts, Bronze Stars, Kia family records, harvested for malicious purposes. Mark, our IT expert, showed security logs revealing not random searches, but deliberate targeting. Someone was building lists using our own police records. Detective Webb brought printouts that chilled me to the bone. Financial records, psychological evaluations for PTSD treatment, family updates, all used to identify vulnerable families for systematic theft. Then the encrypted message appeared. Your husband took something that doesn't belong to him. Check your basement safe. 24 hours to return it or join him in federal prison. The message came from inside the police department. A mole had been monitoring our investigation in real time. Someone with system access had turned our lives into an open book. Cliffhanger. Could we trust anyone anymore? The personal betrayal hit first. Linda Carter, our sweet neighbor, sobbed when confronted. She had given access to her social media accounts under the guise of neighborhood safety. Kimberly Hall's criminal network had cataloged military displays, monitored travel, and used this data to plan thefts. Kimberly had turned grief and vulnerability into weapons. She specifically targeted widows, families facing financial pressure, and veterans struggling with PTSD. The public humiliation was almost instantaneous. Local news aired footage portraying me as a disturbed veteran, waving documents, while Kimberly looked calm and composed. My credibility evaporated overnight. Cliffhanger. Could federal authorities intervene before this manipulation destroyed everything? FBI agent Victoria Hayes entered like a force of nature. Kimberly's network extended across 12 states, with shell companies, auction houses, and international laundering of stolen military artifacts. The scale was staggering. Purple Hearts and Bronze Stars were stolen from grieving families and shipped to Germany, Japan, Australia, foreign collectors paying top dollar for legitimate military memorabilia. Then came the personal revelation. A Purple Heart engraved with my father's name, Colonel James Bryant, Vietnam 1968, appeared on my windshield. Someone had preserved it for 28 years. Cliffhanger. Who had been connected to my father's life for decades? And why now? Kimberly's overconfidence became her undoing. She walked directly into our home, lock-picking tools in hand, expecting an empty house. She bypassed electronics, valuables, even cameras, moving directly toward the basement where federal teams, Rachel, and I awaited. The look on her face as she realized she'd walked into a federal trap was priceless. Shock, panic, then desperation. Agent Hayes stepped forward. Miss Hall, you are under arrest for conspiracy, trafficking stolen military artifacts, wire fraud, and multiple federal violations. Kimberly's last words were chilling. You still don't know who your father really was. Ask Bill Thompson about the night your father died. Cliffhanger. How did Kimberly know classified details about my father's death? Federal investigation revealed the shocking truth. This wasn't just artifact theft. Kimberly's network systematically eliminated witnesses to Firebase Charlie, a classified Vietnam mission from November 1968. My father hadn't died naturally. He had been murdered because he uncovered black market military operations and smuggling that persisted long after the war ended. Bill Thompson, my father's comrade, had been secretly protecting me for 20 years by visiting the memorial monthly. His dementia hid his identity, but his muscle memory preserved the memory of our fallen comrades. Recovered artifacts numbered over 12,000, spanning 18 countries, and financial restitution exceeded $70 million. Legislative reforms created protections for veterans nationwide. Cliffhanger. Even with Kimberly in custody, could the network have contingency plans still in motion? 2 years later, the Patrick Bryant Veterans Memorial Park stands as a tribute to resilience and remembrance. Families gather to honor military sacrifices. Children learn history through recovered artifacts, and federal oversight ensures similar criminal operations cannot take root. Kimberly Hall serves 15 years in federal prison. Corrupt officials, from county clerks to infiltrated police databases, were prosecuted. Rachel now leads a national task force protecting veterans. Bill Thompson, now in memory care, still participates in memorial events, placing flags with muscle memory that honors fallen friends. The story is a testament. Communities, veterans, and law enforcement working together can overcome decades of deception and exploitation. But the final call from Colonel Sarah Mitchell reminds us, battles continue across generations. Military secrets, corruption, and criminal networks may lie dormant for decades, but vigilance, courage, and unity can ultimately prevail.